what's going on, everybody? It's Brian Trippe. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama. I want to make a video about an investment I made about a little over a year ago. I bought a mobile home park, a trailer park, right here in Birmingham. I want to kind of take you through, we're doing a little video tour of it right now, kind of show you it's 59 mobile homes on about 7.5 acres here in 5 Points West, Birmingham area, Inslee area. And it was in really bad shape when I took it over. Not that it's in, it's a trailer park, a lot of old trailers, but it was in really bad shape. And the previous owners, some mom and pop, didn't really run it as a business. So when I took over, I started to run it as a business, and it's actually not even close how much this thing is the best investment I've ever made. Not even close. I had my down payment back in less than 6 months, and right at 6 months. So it's just been a phenomenal investment. And the way I started in mobile homes, actually, if you know anything, I'm gonna give a quick plug to Frank and Dave. If you can actually look them up on mobilehomeparkstore.com, mobilehomeu.com, Mobile Home University. These guys have bought and sold dozens and dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of parks. And they've acquired them, they keep them for the most part, they sell some. That's where I actually got in really deep with my mobile home park education, is through them. And it was pretty cheap, actually, to be honest with you. So I just kind of learned the basics on how to run a park, how to manage a park, how to make a park profitable. And so what happened with this park in particular was just completely mismanaged from every aspect that you could think of. It was completely mismanaged. So there's 59 mobile homes. When I acquired the park a little over a year ago, half of the mobile homes in the park were owned by the park, and half were owned by tenants. And I learned through Frank and Dave, through doing their program, that, and I did the math. I'm a math guy. I'm kind of a numbers guy. And I did the math. You don't want to own the mobile homes. You just don't want to own them. Yeah, you can get a little bit more rent, but by the time you factor in maintenance and really vacancy rate, it's just not a good return on your money. You actually do better in the long run to only own the dirt, not own the trailer itself. So what I did is, over the course of about a year, I sold the mobile homes to the tenants. If they could pay cash for them, some of them did. If they could not pay cash, I financed them. I just said, hey, you're paying $350 a month rent. Well, just continue to pay $350 a month until you pay the thing off. And typically that lasts a year or two. And so some of them have paid them off. Some of them still have some notes. But right now, to date, the park only owns 4 trailers. So I went from 28 down to 4 in about a year. And I'm constantly doing some things to improve. The biggest thing I had to improve and I had to fix, and actually the thing that actually raised the value of the park and got me my money back as quick as it did, because I bought it at around a 10 cap as is. But I knew this is what you call value add investing. I knew there were a couple of things I could do to this park to really increase the value and increase the cash flow. And so the number one thing I did was actually fix the water. So the water, Birmingham Waterworks Board comes up to the tap, comes up to the street. From there, the park owns the water system. So each one of these units is individually metered for water, like it should be, but they weren't being billed for their usage. The previous owner did not bill the tenants for what the water that they were using. He just said, hey, pay me $40 a month for water. Well, the average water bill was about $100 a month. So the park was losing, about, well, do the math, I think it was losing around $3,000 or $4,000 a month on water. The first water, so I took over this park on January 4th, 2016. The first water bill I got it around January 12th or 15th. So it was actually from really the previous month's usage. I hadn't done anything yet. The water bill was $7,500 for the entire park. Well, I spent those first 2 weeks fixing water leaks. There were over 30 water leaks in the park. I fixed water leaks inside of trailers for free, even though some of the tenants own their own trailers. I fixed their water leaks for free just to get the water bill down. And I started billing the tenants for their water, which I guess is normal. You should do that. What I did in 1 month, the very next bill I got, the February bill I got, the water bill was literally cut in half. The water bill was around $4,000, between $3,500 and $4,000. And it's been hovering around $3,500 ever since. This is the very first thing I do is I increased the profit, I decreased expenses, which increased the value of the park right away. I also raised rents by $20 per lot on day one, and since then, now we're back at January 2017, I just now recently raised rents again $20 more. So rents when I took over were $155 for a lot rent. I raised it to $175, and now we're up to $195 after I've only had it for a little over a year now. And so I've already got rents at $195. I've increased the value of this park tremendously just by doing those few things, and it's probably something I'm going to hang on to for a while too. And so there it is. There's my park that I've got. It's one of the best investments I've ever made in real estate. And I'm just trying to show you some numbers, what it took. I had a very small down payment. I actually got into this deal with owner financing. I recommend that. I recommend owner financing. It's so flexible, to be able to negotiate with an owner of a property versus negotiating with a bank. And so I hope you learned something by just kind of checking out this park. If you have any questions about mobile home parks, I'm definitely not a guru, but I've learned a ton by having one now for over a year. So definitely get in touch with me if you have any questions about parks. And we're going to talk to you soon. I hope you have a great day.